When you look at the best actresses of all time, you're looking, no doubt, Betty Davis, in my viewpoint, is the best actress of all time.
Yeah.
I don't particularly care for her movies, but Meryl Streep has got to be in the top five.
Definitely.
Then you look back at others. I look back at all the different kind of roles that people play and what are they good at. I'm going to give you a very obscure actress in a modern sense, though generations from the 60s and 70s knew her in Grease, and that is Joan Blondell, who played the waitress. She was dying of cancer when she made that role, by the way, as the waitress. But Joan Blondell was making 13, 14 films a year, and she makes everything she touches better.
Yeah.
And so she was talented. She would have probably had a lot better opportunity for better roles if she had fought for them. She just took whatever the studio gave them. And that was her job. She was happy to have a job in the Depression.
Yeah.
So she didn't fight the system. If she had fought the system, she'd been really good. But she may have been best as an actress after she became unattractive. In Cincinnati Kid with Steve McQueen and others, where she played a female poker player.
Yeah.
It was in those roles that you really were impressed with her. Myrna Loy from the 1940s, 30s and 40s, who we know for the Thin Man movies, but was also great in serious dramatic roles, was an amazing actress as well. And I probably will surprise some people here, but I really liked Doris Day.
Really?
I thought Doris Day was the ultimate sassy, cute, but if you look at her in a lot of movies, yeah, she played the romantic lead who fell in love, but she still had strong roles. Actors, Humphrey Bogart, John Garfield, right, my top two.
Yeah.
Garfield, nobody remembers because he only made 40 films and he died at 39, but
yeah,
definitely go back and watch that guy. Then you look at modern actors, Tom Hanks. You got to throw Tom Hanks in there because of his incredible acting variety. Yeah. I don't think he's a great actor, but I think he's one of the great screen personas of all time, and that's Gary Cooper. Gary Cooper essentially played Gary Cooper.
Yeah.
But Gary Cooper played Gary Cooper so well, and the roles, particularly in Frank Capra films, were so perfect for him that he blows me away every time. Clark Gable, for the same reason, needs to be on that list.
Yeah.
And so, you know, they aren't the actors that Garfield and Bogart were, but when you watch Gary Cooper play Sergeant York, or you watch, he was great in biographical roles. The other one, I would argue, probably plays himself a great deal too, but there was a humanity about him. His characters had great empathy. He came off as a real human being, and that's Jimmy Stewart.
I could see that. Whenever you say that they play a role that is pretty much themselves, would you, just to put it in the late millennial mindset, would you make that more of a Nick Cage reference nowadays or a Tom Cruise reference nowadays?
Probably Tom Cruise.
Okay.
But I mean, you know, Harrison Ford plays the same part over and over again. And that's not a knock on them. They found something that works. And also, if you take those people who play those roles and you put them in a role that doesn't fit their personality, they fail a lot. I mean, you know, I could, you know, my friend Kevin Reynolds, who did the Robin Hood movie with Kevin Costner, had to have Costner because of the money. Yeah. Everybody wanted Costner in the role. Yeah. But it wasn't a good role for Costner. Yeah. Costner had other roles that were incredible for him, but that was not a good role for Costner. And so a lot of times you can get put in the wrong place. I don't know that you could have put Betty Davis or Humphrey Bogart in a wrong role. I mean, literally, they were great in everything. Yeah. And so there are people who make movies better just from being there, and make directors' jobs easier. Yeah. And those two did that. Betty Davis did that. You know, I could have thrown people like William Powell in that role from the 1930s and 40s. But I think when you look at those, you've got my mix. It could easily be expanded to 25.